Whoa, what's happening? Triangle Circle X Square Gaming Community. It's your gaming partner, Cool Gaming. I wanted to take a brief detour before we get the Wolf Among Us episode 3.0. I wanted to answer my own questions by the way of who are all of these Fable characters so I can stop sounding so lost or feeling so lost. So what I wanted to do is go to the extras and go to the characters. Yep, that's what we're gonna be. A Crooked Mile 3.0. But right now we are on 2.5 Smoke and Mirrors. Depending on when I put this video out. Now, this video could be in the middle of 2.0 Smoke and Mirrors or right before episode 2.5, which is like a 30-minute video. But it's really gonna be before A Crooked Mile, episode 3.0. But I wanted to go ahead and check out these characters, as I am very interested in knowing who I am playing against, playing with, or encountering, because as you know, well, you don't know, but I didn't grow up watching, listening, or reading these fables, or even having knowledge of these fables, sad to say. But I wanted to answer my own questions. Like, who is Big Bad Wolf, Snow, anybody, especially Jack. Because I had a big question on episode 2.0 of who Jack was, the guy with the gold ponytail. So I'm going to be looking at these pictures and reading some of the notes that they give us. And we're going to start with Bigby, which is the Big Bad Wolf. We play as him, Sheriff Bigby. And here he is. He is the Fabletown Sheriff. And it says the renowned Big Bad Wolf. He's known for tormenting pigs and girls in red hoods, but is trying to put those dark days behind him. Bigby now acts as Fabletown Sheriff and remains in his human form. Mostly, however, due to his rough past, the citizens of Fabletown are slow to trust him. Bigby is determined to show that he's truly changed, but some instincts are just too hard to control. So he was in fact the Big Bad Wolf who ate the pigs in Riding Hood. Okay, that makes sense. I heard of that. Let's go on to the next one. Snow White, assistant to the deputy mayor. Alright? Snow White may seem cold, but this stems from her life of mistreatment and abuse back in the homeland. After escaping assault and imprisonment, not to mention an attempt on her life, she married Prince Charming. It wasn't long before Snow discovered that Charming cheated on her with her estranged sister. Oh, Rose Red. Okay, so her sister name is Rose Red. And she divorced him. After the exodus, Snow focused her attention on setting up a safe haven for Fables in the New World. She now serves as assistant to the deputy mayor of Fabletown. So Prince Charming cheated on her with her sister. Oh, man. Alright, so we getting somewhere. So far, if y'all liking this, make sure you leave your like down in the comment. I just want to do this for like-minded people like myself who want to know who these people are. Alright, let's get back into it. The Woodsman. He's a fallen hero. The Woodsman is one of the few men who went toe-to-toe with Bigby in the Black Forest days and lived to tell the tale. In an attempt to save Little Red Riding Hood, he split the great wolf's belly open with an axe, filled him full of rocks and threw the beast into the river. To his dismay, his popularity has faded. Even his name is forgotten, and he is only known as the Woodsman. Damn. So I never read the Little Red Riding Hood, but according to this, they say Little Red Riding Hood was almost eaten by Bigsby, and the Woodsman attempted to save her, cutting open Bigsby's belly, putting it with rocks, and throwing him in the river. And it's probably been so long ago that they forgot about her. So it's a "What have you done for me lately" situation with the Woodsman. Damn. All right, this is better than I thought. All right, who's next? Faith. Okay, now Faith is the girl we initially started our case around. The one Bigsby, the sheriff character we played, encountered on episode 1.0. Who got beheaded and all of that bad stuff. So let's see who Faith was, because I was really interested in that. Faith, otherwise known as the Donkey Skin Girl, made it through the exodus from the magical homelands with the clothes on her back, her husband and nothing else. She was once a beautiful princess happily married to Prince Lawrence of a neighboring kingdom. Her life should have been a happy ending, but the mundane city of New York wasn't kind to her or her marriage. With no money, Faith found herself turning tricks to make the rent for a cheap apartment on the outskirts of Fabletown. She had a difficult life, but she did what she could to survive in the unfair world. Damn. Faith had the hardest life I heard. So she was a prostitute. And they said she was married to Prince Lawrence. I don't know neither one of them, but I did have to go investigate him. He killed himself or somebody killed him. And somebody killed her. Damn. Alright. This is fucking dark. And it's supposed to be fairy tales? Alright. Beauty. Caring wife. Okay. Yeah, I always like Beauty. Beauty and her husband Bees once lived in an enchanted castle, but they were forced to flee the homelands in Exodus, leaving all of their wealth behind. Now they live in a modest studio in Fabletown, New York. Though times are hard, the Beast working multiple jobs to pay the bills. The couple have the longest lasting relationship of Fabletown. Okay, so that's not bad. They're just going through hard times. That's what's up. And I like her demeanor. She seemed like a good wife. Alright. Who's next? Beats. Alright, this jealous motherfucker here. But I can see why, because he got a good woman. I'll be like that too. Alright, he's a concerned husband. See? I knew it. Beast and his wife Beauty left everything behind when they escaped the homelands in Exodus. Without the former wealth, Beast must pick up extra work to make ends meet. He is able to get around Fabletown without glamour most of the time, but if Beast gets too angry with him, if Beauty gets too angry with him, he becomes more beastly by the minute, growing horns and large teeth. Despite the occasional bickering, the two are truly in love and have the longest lasting relationship of anyone in Fabletown. Alright, so Beauty, like any man, is his trigger. Okay? Okay, I like both of y'all. That's not bad. That's not bad. Alright, who's next? Mr. Toad, the slumlord. Alright. Y'all already know how I feel about Toad. I'm gonna give him a break though. He might improve. We just in episode 2.0, 2.5. So we cool. Alright, Mr. Toad is the superintendent for a defunct tenement on the edge of Fabletown property. Because he's a 3.5 foot talking amphibian, Toad is required by Fabletown law to keep his family, and himself magically glamored to appear human. The problem is Toad isn't too concerned with what the law is and has to be reminded often. Alright, that's evident. Not too much on Toad. Alright, I haven't unlocked. Colin got a crown on him. I don't know why, but he's a couch surfer. Alright. Colin is better known as one of the three little pigs. I knew it. Back in the homelands, they were harassed by the big bad wolf, which is Bigsby, who blew down Colin's house of straw. So he was the one who made the straw house. I did hear this story. After the Exodus, Colin and the other Fables who couldn't pass for human were sent to live at the farm in upstate New York. Unable to stand such a boring life, Colin consistently makes trips down to Fabletown to bother Bigsby. He is always caught and sent back to the farm, but he doesn't let that stop him. So why are you friends with the dude who blew your house down and potentially ate your brothers? I asked that in episode 1. I don't know. Leave a thumb if you confused as I am about Colin and Bigsby's relationship. Alright, who's next? Ichabod Crane, Deputy Mayor of Fabletown. Depending on when this video drops, you will know who Crane is, but let's just stick to the topic. Hailing from the haunted town of Sleepy Hollow, I heard of that. Ichabod Crane has been deputy mayor of Fabletown for nearly 115 years. Crane is a bundle of nerves and takes his job very seriously, though that doesn't mean he always does it well. As one of Fabletown's elite, Crane is often blind to the troubles of the less well-off citizens. Damn. Overall, Crane is authoritarian, crowdly, and always hiding something. And that's what I was going to say, but I'll let y'all see that out in episode 2.5 if you haven't already. Alright, who's next? Buffkin. I bet you he from the Wiz. That wouldn't surprise me. Buffkin, Fabletown librarian. Buffkin is the talking winged monkey from the land of Oz. I already knew it. Creepy ass. Now as Fabletown's librarian, he spends his time reading and stealing the deputy mayor's booth. Yep, he's an alcoholic. He's prone to mischief, so when something goes wrong, he assumes he'll receive the lion's share of the blame. He's helpful when he wants to be, but most of the time, he'd rather be drinking. Someone would have fired him a long time ago, but he's the only one who can make sense of the filing system. Alright, and Fabletown itself, home of the Fables. Fabletown is a community located on Bullfinch Street in Manhattan's Upper West Side. The regular people are mundane. It appears to be an ordinary New York neighborhood, but it is really the home of fables from many worlds, and within the business's office of the Fables lies a massive cavern and vast library and hundreds of magical items of immense power. All non-human fables live upstate and on the farm and extension of Fabletown. So everybody lives there who fake. The farm, or the aforementioned farm, Fabletown Annex. The farm is home to fables who cannot pass as humans. Giants, goblins, animals, and etc. It is located in upstate New York, far enough away from the mundanes or the regular people to avoid detection. Some of its residents resent their convenient, convenient. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart. Some of its residents resent their confinement to the farm. Despite its size and comfort to them, the farm is a prison. They would be allowed to leave the farm if they could purchase a glamour, but many don't have the money for something so expensive. Though some, like Holland, sneak out into the city anyway. Mondays, non-fables, humans. Short for mundane, Monday is a catch-all term that fables use to refer to the non-magical inhabitants of their adapted home. Warding spells placed around the blocks of Fabletown and the farm keep their minds distracted and dull within certain boundaries. However, if anything should pique the curiosity of scrutiny of a large group of Mondays, these magical protection charms would overload and fail. As Sheriff of Fabletown, one of Bigsby's primary functions is assuring the Fabletown community maintains a low profile. Glamour, disguise, and spells. Glamours are spells that allow the user to change their appearance. They are expensive, but can be purchased by non-human fables in order to pass for human among the Mondays. Cheap glamours can be found in the seedier parts of Fabletown, but they are often unreliable and prone to sudden failure. Damn. How much more of this do we gotta read? Alright, Prince Lawrence, Fate's husband. After escaping the homelands, Prince Lawrence and his wife Fate immediately fell victim to the harsh realities of the Monday world. They moved to New York hoping to find aid in the community of fellow Fables. But without enough money to live in Fabletown, they had to settle on an apartment on the outskirts of the neighborhood. Unfortunately, that meant they were out of sight and out of mind when it came to government assistance. Damn. The prospects, the dwellings, Fate left Lawrence to try to make it on her own. Now, without his wife or for support, Lawrence struggles to motivate himself and quickly sinks into depression. And as we saw in episode 2.5, or was that 2.0? I mean 1.5 or 1.0. He died. Still on his case too. Alright, who next? The Tweedles, hired guns. The Tweedle brothers, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, are thugs for hire. They appear human, allowing them to carry out their contracts in the Monday worlds without drawing suspicion. They are as inseparable as they are ruthless. What are they? Trolls? I don't know. Holly, Trip Trap owner. Holly is a no-nonsense kind of troll and the owner of the Trip Trap Bar. She's glamored to appear human, but the patrons know better. Holly takes good care of her regulars, often the downtrodden fables with little to spare, but she has no patience for the Fabletown government that has done nothing to locate her missing sister. Well, if you saw 2.0 already, we saw what happened to her sister. Grindel, a drifter. That's the dude with the glass eye. Grindel just wants to be left alone. In the old days, he terrorized Nor's hit made halls. I don't know what that is. but lately he can be found occupying a stool in various quiet, dumpy bars around New York. He hates the noise of the city, but must work there to afford his glamour. Despite his gruff bearing, he's fiercely loyal to those who've learned to offer him the space and silence he desires. Talking to him is like walking a time bomb tick down. It's only a matter of time. Bluebeard, a wealthy scoundrel. Bluebeard managed to escape the homelands with his riches intact and continues to be one of the wealthiest fables in New York. The Fabletown government depends on his generous contributions, and he often uses this influence for his own benefit. As a former serial killer, he claims his days of decapitating his brides are over. Well, he used to kill his bride. Decapitating his brides. He probably killed Faith. Okay, get back to the story. But even if he was able to leave his violent ways in the homeland, that hasn't stopped him from making the occasional trip down Crooked Lane. Yeah, he killed Faith. I'm almost sure of it. And I'm working with this nigga. Bigsby Mercy. In the days leading up to the Exodus, the big bad wolf hunted armies of men and goblins in the Black Forest. These invading forces had driven off the greatest beasts' preferred quarry, and their own flesh was rotten with corruption. Hardly a suitable replacement. He made it his game to destroy their camps, devour their night watchmen, and disrupt their supply trains while sparing their prisoners. One day he broke their ranks and discovered a popular woman they held captive. Her skin was white as snow and her hair was as dark as the night sky. He approached her, and she, knowing no sword could match the giant wolf's power, bravely placed her shackling in the beast's mouth. He freed her, but years would pass before the two met again in the Monday world. That must be Snow White. Bluebeard's Mercy. Okay, so now we go, Bluebeard's last wife. After a long line of marriages resulting in mysterious disappearances, Bluebeard's last wife in the homelands was naturally suspicious of him. One day he departed his business, leaving her alone in a state. He gave her free reign of all the rooms, but made her promise not to open the closet on the ground floor. She defied him, of course, and discovered the location of his missing wives. When Bluebeard returned, he knew he must kill her before she revealed his murderous secret. She persuaded him to allow her a moment to pray, which he reluctantly granted. This small mercy gave her brothers time to arrive and rescue her, and Bluebeard's crime was exposed. Damn. 30th floor. The 30th floor of the Woodland building is home to a group of witches and wizards taken with the protection of Fabletown. They use their powers and keep the community hidden from prying mundane eyes. All magic has its limits, and every spell has its cost. Okay, so that's the witches on the 13th floor. The Witch's Well. The Witch's Well is located in a chamber inside the Woodland building, where it is used to dispose of things meant never to be seen again. Their fables are committed to its depths, as are the most unredeemable criminals. No one is entirely sure what lies at the bottom of the well, nor intend if it has a bottom at all, or if indeed has a bottom at all. But it is widely assumed to be the pathway to the final resting place. Jack Horner, harmless trickster. Alright, this is what I wanted to know. Jack is always up to something, but he's not nearly as smart as he thinks he is. He plans to get rich quick often backfires. So his plan to get rich quick always backfire, but his confidence never waves. He thinks he's the most important person in Fabletown, but everyone knows him as a mostly harmless smartass. That didn't tell me shit. Lily and her sister Holly grew up in the homelands together and had a falling out shortly after moving to the Monday world. Aimless and increasingly distraught. This is just sad. Lily turned to prostitution. See? And now she's the second victim of an ongoing murder investigation. And then they go with Lily's brooch, Georgie Poetry. Georgie runs the Puddin' and Pie, a strip club that also caters to the unmentionables desires of Fabletown citizens. He has tried just about everything there is to try in pursuit of worldly pleasures, but none of it satisfies him for long. He does seem to enjoy pushing people's buttons. He takes pride in his nightclub and doesn't react well to anyone meddling in his affairs. Clever Hans, a bouncer janitor, the handyman. Clever Hans always does exactly as he's told. However, he often misunderstands his instructions and ends up hurting himself or behaving oddly, as in the case of his noted fable where he threw sheep's eyes at his wife. What? Unsurprisingly, she left him, and now Hans works as a bouncer at Georgie's club. He hopes to dance on stage one day, but for now, he's content sweeping up and making sure the crowd doesn't get out of hand. That's good. Narissa, the Little Mermaid, and I think she our last one. Narissa's story never had a happy ending. She's known as the Little Mermaid, the young girl who gave up her tail and a pair of legs in the hopes of winning the heart of a handsome prince. That's the Brothers Grimm version. When he married a princess instead, Narissa was left heartbroken. She made the journey to the Monday world hoping for a better life. Now she dances at the Puddin' and Pie, but each step she takes feels like walking on shards of glass. Yep, that's the Brothers Grimm version. She has very little left, but finds some comfort in the company of her fellow dancers. Alright, well, they got me where I needed to be. I know everybody, so I shouldn't be lost on the upcoming episode. If y'all enjoyed knowing what I now know and didn't what I didn't know, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share with a friend. But I just wanted to get that out the way. I did say I was going to read the Book of Fables one day, and I did. Other than that, that's it. I just wanted to read up on that. So, make sure you enjoy the rest of the game, and I'll see y'all on the next video.